Hello everybody! Forest KidZone. Today is our day. It is Sunday and we are back with another lesson. It's so good to see you. Oh my goodness. And we had such a wonderful time last Wednesday getting all together on Zoom, and we made all sorts of crafts. Here are some of the things we made. I just want to ask one thing. What have you been doing in quarantine? What have you been learning? Have you taken up any new hobbies? I know that's a lot of questions. I said I was only going to ask one, but I have been reading a lot of books, and this is one I've been reading, and it's one that we're going to read in a couple of weeks. It's called The Boy at the Back of the Class by Anjali Q. Ralph, and we're going to read it in a couple weeks for our bedtime stories for the 8 to 11s. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And my bookmark is something else I've been doing. One of my sweet friends sent me a card this week. She painted this. Isn't that awesome? And her family all wrote notes in it for me so that I have a special little thing. But I've been writing notes and letters, and you should be getting one sometime this week. Hopefully Royal Mail. I've also been learning the ukulele. It's not tuned, but I've been having a lot of fun learning all sorts of new things and doing things that I haven't been able to in a while. I've been really enjoying that time. So I'd like to hear from you. What have you been doing the past few weeks in self-isolation? What has your family been doing? I've been going on a lot of walks outside. It's been so pretty out. I've been picking a lot of flowers and putting them up in all sorts of areas of my house. So I want to hear what you've been doing. Have you been coloring and painting and making sculptures or stop motion or making videos for your friends? Have you been learning an instrument? Have you been writing stories? Have you been taking bike rides? What have you been up to? I'd love to hear. So 2 ways you can do that. One of the ways is emailing me here and sharing those stories with me. And another way is for Forest Town families specifically. You can join our Facebook page and share the different activities that you've been up to. I can't wait to see the projects. We've already had a few people put up some drawings and some Easter window decorations. Can't wait to see what you've got next. One thing that I'd love to share with you today, last week we celebrated Easter. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about Easter and what happened on that day. But first, what do we do when we celebrate? We usually have like a big party, right? And there's lots of music and dancing and lots of loud, fun things going on. So today I wanted to show you how to make your own noisemakers. So I have this old peanut butter jar that I'm going to make into a noisemaker, into a maraca. And I've got this huge bag of rice. So if you don't have any rice or pasta or beans that you can make this with, you can use beads. You can put anything in your little jar, as long as mom and dad say it's okay. So we're gonna do this with mom and dad. Make sure that we're doing this with mom and dad and their permission. But you can put anything in your jar. I've got some rocks from outside, some little pebbles. Lots of little pebbles that I could put in my shaker. I've got some beads. I've got some little, what else do I have? I don't know what else I have. I've got lots of things, but I'm primarily going to use rice. So I've got a little scoop, and I'm not going to put that much in. I'm going to put less, and I'm American, sorry. Oh wait, this is 59 milliliters. It has both on there. As I'm putting less than 1/4 of a cup, or less than 59 milliliters of rice into my jar. And I'm gonna close the top. What a great maraca sound, right? And then you can decorate these any way you'd like. So I have bits of colored paper that I can tape or glue around it. I've got paint. You can paint your maraca. There's all sorts of different ways you can decorate it. But I want to see these next time we have our Zoom call, and we're gonna use these as part of our lesson and part of our worship time in a few weeks, when we have some of our favorite musicians come back and play for us for KidZone worship. So these are what I want to see, your decorated ones. I'm so excited. So for our next activity, we're going to have a little quiz. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to have a series of pictures, and you're going to tell me if those things are dead or alive. Which one will it be? Who knows? We're going to take a look. All right, everybody, this is super cool where my mouse is right here. Hi, over to the right. And this is something new that we haven't tried before, but we're gonna try it. So our KidZone challenge today is this dead or alive? And I've got a few pictures that I wanted to show you guys. And you've got to tell me, is it dead or alive? Will it live one day? Will it die one day? Let's see. What have we got first? First of all, what are these? What are these nice, pretty Easter cookies? Are those dead or alive? That's right. They're not alive. I mean, they're not dead, but they're not alive. They're not living. Will they live one day? No, but they'll probably go in the tummy of somebody who's living. They'll go in my tummy. They look so yummy. All right, the next thing is a butterfly. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at those beautiful blue wings. It's gorgeous. Now, is this living? Yes, it's living. But will it die someday? Yeah, probably. But it's beautiful right now while we have it. What's that? That's firewood. Yeah, well done. Is this living? Not anymore, is it? Did it used to live? Yeah. And will it live again? No. It's dead. So, let's see this one. Look at that beautiful rose. Wow, it's so pretty. Is that living or is that dead? That's living. Oh my goodness. And will it keep on living forever? No, nothing lives forever. So next one. It's a cute little hamster. Look at his tiny little fingers and his itty bitty nose and his whiskers. He's so fluffy and cute. Is he living? Yeah, he's living. He's living his best life. He's probably got a cute little snack in his hands that he's munching on. He's real cute. But is our hamster going to live forever? No, our hamster is not going to live forever. What about this next one? Fish. Ooh, look at those yummy fish at the fish market. They're probably smelly. Can you imagine what they smell like? Oof, so stinky. What do you think, that they're alive or dead? Those ones are dead because they're not in water. So do you think Will live forever? No, because they're already gone. They're ready to eat. They're ready to cook up. All right, let's look at the next one. Look at that beautiful tree and that nice green field. It's living, and it looks like it's lived for a long time. Look how thick its trunk is. Wow, that's pretty cool. But will it live forever? No, I don't think so. It too will die one day. But this one, there's a leaf off of that tree, but it's orange, and some of them are brown. What's that? Are they living or are they dead? That's right. Those are gone. They're dead. They're gone. They won't live again. The next year the tree will grow new leaves. Look at that wise old elephant. It's got so many wrinkles. It's so old. Look how many wrinkles it's got on its trunk and on its legs. He's probably real old. Is he living? Yeah, he's living. Look at him. He's walking along, moseying on down. He's a cute guy, isn't he? But is he going to live forever? He's probably lived for a really long time based on all those wrinkles. And then we've got these guys. Look at these fun kiddos. Wow. Now they're definitely living their best lives, jumping on hay bales. Look how fun that is. But even though it's hard to talk about, do you think that they'll live forever? Well, what about Jesus? Is he dead or alive? Our God's not dead. He's surely alive. Isn't that right? We realized on Easter that Jesus rose from the dead. Yes, he died, but he rose from the dead and is actively living. And he's the only one who's ever been able to do that. And he lives forever in heaven, and he's waiting for us when we die. So even though all of these things, all of these kids are living now, and even though they won't be living forever, they on earth, they will, if they love Jesus, they will be living with Jesus forever in heaven. So I think that's pretty cool. Well done on our first KidZone challenge, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yay! Well done. Good job, everybody. Right, well done. You did such a good job. I'm so proud. Give yourself a round of applause. Beautiful. Next up, we have a friend coming in to do our Bible story, and it's a very close friend of Jesus's. His name is Peter. He's going to tell us a story. Very excited. He's going to tell us about the night of when Jesus came back to life. So we've heard about the day when Jesus came back to life. Now we're going to hear about the evening. Get ready.
Right, yeah. Matthew, what are you up for dinner, mate? Fish and chips. He's always wanting fish and chips. Who are you? Why are you on my screen? How'd you do that? Well, guess I might as well tell you a story, eh? Yeah, I'm Peter. Never used to buy my own fish for fish dinners. Fishing was my game, but all that changed when I started following Jesus and became one of his disciples. I listened to him and I learned from him. Then I watched him die. Horrible it was, but that changed too. Let me tell you about that Sunday evening in a room upstairs, you hear me? Okay, we were all together when Jesus just appeared among us and greeted us with the words, "Peace be with you." Holy mackerel, I thought. Dead men don't talk. Dead men don't walk. Peace, you got to be joking. We were terrified. We thought he was a ghost. Well, We had no other explanation for it. I mean, you wouldn't have had either. We looked at his hands and his feet. There were holes there. You wouldn't believe it. And he invited us to touch him and to feel the holes in his hands and his feet. We couldn't believe it. When someone you love dies, you want to see them again. That's all you want to do. And we were amazed and glad to see him, but also confused and terrified. Like, there's no way he could have been real. But then what happened next absolutely changed our lives. Jesus, yeah, he ate some fish. Yeah, dead men don't eat fish. I'd seen him do some crazy cool stuff like healing people and doing miracles and feeding tons of people, but this, like, him eating fish was proof, such proof, because like dead guys don't eat fish, no doubt about it. He was munching and he had vinegar and ketchup and mayo with his fish. I saw it with my own eyes. Then he starts talking to us about the Old Testament. He was pointing to places where they clearly say that the Messiah must suffer and die and come back to life 3 days later. And then Jesus just gave us all a new job to do. We had to go and tell people all about Jesus all over the world, being a fisher of people in a global pond. I mean, who'd have thought it? I was on top of my game. Like, I can't believe that this is my job. I mean, there are people spreading the good news of Jesus all over the world now. And Jesus gave us the equipment for the job too. Power from heaven, God's Holy Spirit. Can you say, I mean, I'm just amazed. Oh, hang on. Sorry, gotta go. See you later. Yeah, Matthew, I promise I'll get you some fish.
Thank you, Peter, for that insightful story on the night Jesus came back to visit his disciples. And may I just say, your accent is fantastic. I think it's just one of the best fake British accents that I've ever heard. So, the last thing that we're going to do today is a series of things. So, one activity that I think we've been doing a lot recently in our lessons is making cards for people we know and love, and happy Easter cards or encouragement cards during this coronavirus. But one thing that I think would be really, really important is to see that all of those cards that we made were for people we knew. And this week, I want us to make cards for people that we might not know very well. And those are our postal workers, our grocery clerks at the supermarkets, our rubbish collectors, our NHS workers that live on our streets, whoever you can who is making such a big difference during this pandemic. We want to thank them. So if we can make some cards for them, I think that would be so spectacular. Just telling them thank you for all the work you're doing, that Jesus loves them, and just being a real encouragement. And saying that they're doing a wonderful job, because they really are, aren't they? On Thursday nights, we all go outside and we clap for our NHS workers, and some people put off fireworks and they're banging pots and pans and trying to just cheer up those workers. And I think this is another way that we can be doing that. So if you can think of anybody in your life that you might not even know their name, but the person who delivers your mail, the person who helps you with your groceries at the store, the people who collect your bins, just making sure that they can get one of these cards that we're about to make would be so encouraging. Another thing that we can do during this time is, I've seen some great examples of drawings in the windows and putting those up, and some of you might have already done that. But I think especially in this Easter season, it would be really, really wonderful if we put really colorful pictures up, whatever Bible story you want to draw, a picture of Jesus, how you see Jesus and how you want the rest of the world to see Jesus as the loving Savior that He is for us. Show that to the rest of the world. So we're going to draw some pictures and we're going to put them up in our windows, right? You can make them as big or as small as you want. It's mostly up to mum and dad. But you can tape multiple pieces of paper to make a big poster, or you can just put a small, my windows, it's kind of big, but there's not a lot of room to put up a huge picture. So I'm going to do a smaller picture and share it with you guys. But I think that would just brighten up our neighborhoods a little bit. You may have seen in some windows that people have been putting up rainbows. So that's another very cheerful way to get across the message of the gospel while also brightening up people's day. So we're going to do that now. So I'm going to go with the rainbow theme that I was speaking about earlier because I think it's a really good way of showing how God keeps His promises to us in a really beautiful way. And that promises of protection, of care, and of loving us no matter what. So I've got my scissors and tape because I don't have any glue in my house. And I've got a whole bunch of rainbow paper. Ta-da! And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear up little bunches of it. I'm going to kind of crinkle them up. I'm going to make an outline of a rainbow with crinkled paper. So first I'm going to draw my outline, and then I'm going to do all of these little pieces. And now I'm going to make a card for our little postman. So this is a little sample message that you can put in. Thank you for all the hard work you do to help us stay connected during this pandemic. You're our hero. Happy Easter, Mr. Postman. I've had such a good day with you today. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you are celebrating all of the people who are doing so many good things in your life to help us stay connected, to keep us cheerful. Oh no. And I hope you're celebrating the mistakes that happen too, because it's all a part of our lives right now, and we can take all of those things and give them over to God. And Romans 8:28 says that he works all of those things together for good because we love him and he loves us. And when we do those things, when we serve him, he works them all together for good, even the bad things. So I hope you have a good week. I'll see you next time.